Hello, my friends. We want to talk today about an interesting paper published in the journal Blood that says neutrophils can act as antigen-presenting cells. Antigen-presenting cells are cells that tell T cells what to attack or what not to attack. The typical antigen-presenting cell we think about when we say antigen-presenting cell is a dendritic cell. This is a picture of a dendritic cell interacting and activating T cells. One of the experiments they did here is they took T cells that are already sensitized, T cells from donors, from individuals that have been exposed to cytomegalovirus or to influenza. This is a lot of the normal population. So they took T cells from people that were already exposed. We know they were exposed because they had antibodies or seropositive. And they cultured these T cells with different antigen presenting cells. Specifically, they cultured them with either neutrophils, which we don't know if they are or not, or classical antigen presenting cells. They measured if the T cells are activated by something called CFSE. So when you look here in this graph, you can see the T cell multiplication is on the y-axis. And as you can see on the far left, monocyte-derived dendritic cells, monocytes, and CD14 and CD80 monocytes, as well as plasmacytoid-derived dendritic cells, PDCS, they activate CD4 T cell proliferation. But so do neutrophils on the far left. So even though the neutrophils are not as potent antigen presenting cells, they actually present antigen. In this figure, they use CMV. In the second figure, they use T cells that have been primed against influenza. So in both cases, they show that a neutrophil can present antigen and stimulate T cells. Here they show if they block HLA-DR, which is MHC class 2, then you do not have stimulation. You significantly reduce the stimulation. So the neutrophil activates the T cell through the same pathway that the dendritic cells activate them, which is by stimulation of CD4 T cells by stimulation through HLA-DR. And very interestingly, the interaction between the activated T cell and the neutrophil leads to upregulation of HLA2, which is HLA-DR MHC, which is on the far left. And then you can see upregulation of CD40 and CD80. These are co-stimulatory molecules. So this paper is saying that there's basically a paradigm shift. There are other cells that can do antigen presentation besides dendritic cells. Neutrophils can do this. Why are neutrophils interesting? Because you have a lot of circulating neutrophils. And neutrophils, before people didn't think that they have different specialization. Question is, are there neutrophils that activate T regulatory cells versus neutrophils that activate cytotoxic T cell responses? This is a whole new area of immunology. And I asked you to read the paper. The link is, I put the link in the description of the video. And I hope we'll see some more exciting news about neutrophils acting as antigen presenting cells. Thank you very much.